Hi everyone, how are we doing today? Day 2 of the 2020 Monetize Your Business Challenge. We are just giving everyone a couple of minutes to come find us and join us live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing today? All right, hi. All right, guys, hi guys. Hi, Gary. Hi, Naresh. Hi, Preeti. Hi, Avisha. We will just give everyone a couple of minutes to come on. Now, tell me how you're doing. Tell me how you are feeling about money. Tell me how the exercise went for you yesterday, and tell me for those of you that have already actualized your day 1 figure or your daily figure. Let me know in the comments, post in the group. That's what this group is about. I do have a couple of questions that I will answer from participants and people who've posted in the groups. Fantastic. So that's the whole point of why we've created the Facebook group and the WhatsApp group, is for you to share your wins, share your achievements, share your struggles, share your frustrations, ask questions, get clarity, encourage each other, inspire each other. Okay, that's the whole point of today. Hello. Hi, Natasha. Hi, Radna. Hello. Yeah, good morning to all my European and all my Indian and all my UAE friends, and good evening to all of my Kiwis, and good afternoon to the Australians. Welcome. Okay. Yay, I'm so glad so many of you have found the group, have gotten here on time today. I know there's lots of questions each day around what time is the live and where is the live. So I hope for those of you who are new to the challenge this year, this is the time every day, whatever time it is, wherever you are in your country, this time every day for the next 5 days, or the next 4 days, including today, is when we're here. This is where we are. And the WhatsApp group is for us to communicate and support each other in. It's to interact in. And the replays can be found in this group at any time. Okay, I wanted to answer a couple of questions that caught my attention, and a couple of comments that caught my attention in both of the groups. The first question, someone wrote about the fact that they had lost their job and therefore had no income, and how were they meant to do the challenge or choose their figures. And I just wanted to say that's absolutely perfect. This is exactly why we create this challenge. The point of this challenge is to realize and actualize and receive money from sources that are not linear and not cognitive and not from your predetermined sources of income. That's why when you choose the figures, I say choose a figure over and above what you expect or know that you are going to be making, earning, or receiving. So if you currently have no job, or you've just lost your job and your daily income right now is 0, that's absolutely wonderful. You don't have to have a job to do this challenge. The point of this job is to have you tap into your ability to create and actualize money, no matter what situation and environment you're in. And so you choose a figure if you've just lost your job or you have no income right now because of the current corona situation. Perfect. You choose a figure that then is something that feels light and something that would excite you to receive in your current situation. So it might not be as much as if you had a job and you were making hundreds or thousands of dollars every week, but it would still be a figure that would make you feel really excited about being able to generate that amount even without a job right now. So I'm going to use dollars because that's the currency I work in. If you're in India or any other country, choose your own currency. So if you don't have a job right now, then maybe receiving $20 a day from an unexpected source, so that's like 500 rupees or 1,000 rupees from an unexpected source, would be amazing for you. Or if that seems like too much, even $5 or $10 would be an amazing addition. And at the end of the week, that's $50 you've received from a source of that's different to your job or expected income. For those of you that have jobs right now, Again, we want to choose figures that is over and above your expected income. So if you know that you're going to get paid this week and you get paid X amount of dollars, and you know you're expecting some extra money to come in from a friend that owed you money or whatever, the figure that we're talking about is over and above your expected income. This is about creating money from sources that surprise you, delight you, and make you realize that there are more ways to generate revenue in your life than just what you have concluded already. Okay. Great. Diane received her daily figure yesterday, but it's mostly a reimbursement. Yeah, any source of money and any sum of money absolutely counts. As long as you didn't figure, you weren't expecting that money to come in that day and that money came in, whether it was an additional client, someone paying you money back, someone gifting you money or a gift certificate, absolutely, that's exactly what this is about. It's recognizing the fact that you have activated the energy of moving money around you, receiving money. And exactly why we did that money whispering exercise yesterday was to actually get you back in touch with the energy of money and ask to receive it from any source. I listened to your audio later and realized they're being too idealistic. Yeah, that's awesome. Don't be too idealistic. Don't be too perfect. Don't be too ambitious as well. Not because I don't want you to believe in possibilities, but because I don't want you to set yourself up for failure. I've been doing this work for a long time, and when people talk about attracting or actualizing or manifesting or asking for possibilities to show up, sometimes they shoot themselves in the foot because right off the bat they want to generate $10,000 a day or $1 million in a week, or whatever. That's an extreme example, or win the lottery. And it's not that I don't think that's possible, but it's that, do you really believe it's possible? Would you be willing to receive that, or would you sabotage it or stop it from showing up, or just think it's so fanciful and such a fantasy that you wouldn't actually actualize and receive it? And that's why I ask you to choose figures that excite you, but you still actually believe it's possible, and therefore choose the figures that are light and they are responsible. And what I mean by that is you're able to respond to creating and activating and actualizing that figure and receiving it. Okay, perfect. Yay! Pavia actualized money for her sister. Awesome. The second figure, yes, you can change your figures, guys, if you want to change your figures as you go. So if you realize that you're making way more money and you want to make more money, do that. This isn't about limiting and defining the amount of money you can make, but it is about, again, activating the energy of making money. And you might want to, if you realize that maybe the figures you chose were too little, maybe you want to just have that as the minimum. So you just, reiterate to the universe, hey universe, this is really great, I'm actually really good at this, so that is the minimum amount that comes in each day, but you're happy to create and utilize over and above that figure. The other comment I wanted to respond to here, Ramia posted in the group, I hope I said your name right. When I try to visualize money coming towards me, I get interrupted and attacked by a sudden onset of dark, dense emotion that I can best classify as some kind of guilt and shame. When I try to talk about it, what I get is that I should open some kind of NGO or social organization to channel that money outward to others who need it more than me. It is as if it is wrong to have money and it just be there for me. A voice inside or outside, basically a voice from somewhere, whispers that there is not enough outflow opportunities that I have set up. I'm wondering if this is the true voice of money telling me it cannot come because it would feel choked and stagnant with me, and therefore I should create outflow channels. Okay, so if she started receiving money, there's not enough money going out to good causes or social causes, so the money feels choked. Or two, is it a voice of judgment I have picked up from someone or something that basically tells me it is wrong for me to have more money than millions of other people? I would appreciate any inputs or help you can give me on creating more ease with this, and also on whether I should really start an NGO just to get rid of the whole guilt with money feeling or not. I do feel that the guilt is not a great reason to start anything new. So how to ask for money to come in and not feel guilty while asking. I love this predicament that you are in. Okay, this, guys, is like classic. It's why we do this money work. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you for sharing all the context around that, because it's really beautiful in showing us the stuff that most people who are conscious and have this internal battle going on. Okay, the people that don't have this internal battle going on, they have no problems making and receiving and keeping all their money, and that's fine. Okay, and yet it's the people who have a judgment but have a point of view and actually care about the world and would make the world a better place if they had money, are the people that judge themselves for having that money and therefore don't receive the money. We're going to use this also to springboard into today's exercise. Today's exercise is quite a big one. It's something that I do with clients and in my paid programs, where I get people to go through the history of their life or go through the timeline of their life and identify key money memories and how that has shaped their money reality and their money beliefs to this day, and then go through a process of clearing that and letting that go, so that you can have your own reality with money. Because our money memories and money reality from our childhood are often the money memories and points of view that we pick up from parents, teachers, organizations, friends, society, culture, things that happen to us, things that are not necessarily helpful or true. The twist that I put on this exercise for this 5-day money challenge this year is I've changed it to not just the money memories, but actually clearing the lies of the money memories that you have. Clearing the lies, all the lies that you have picked up on and taken and adopted as yours over the course of your life, from the moment you were born or in your mother's tummy up until now, that is really screwing up your relationship with money. Okay, that's what we're going to work on today. I do want to be very clear with Ramya to answer your question. I definitely think it's the second one. I definitely think that this voice of judgment has gotten in the way of you being able to create your reality with money. First of all, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. Money is an energy that has no point of view, and money would not feel stagnant. In fact, money often likes to be valued. It likes people that look after it. It likes people that receive it. It likes people that don't want to get rid of it straight away. Now, there's absolutely nothing wrong with having an NGO or starting up a good cause or donating money to people who need it or worthwhile causes. I'm a big fan of that. But there's a big difference between doing that from, as you say, from a space of real generation creation and generosity versus a space of, I just want to get rid of money or find a way to have this money flow out because I don't think I'm worthy, I don't think I deserve, I don't think money is good, and all of those icky, yucky lies and distractors, all of those things that you've talked about, blame, shame, guilt, money itself, they're distractor implants, and they can create you being unable to actually see the truth of a situation, because as soon as money comes into the equation, your mind actually goes off on automatic pilot down this other track, and you can't actually stand having money around. So I'm just going to go through your question again, because there's so much energy in it. I'm actually blanking out a little bit, and I'm going to go through and just go through the points that I would recommend you clear, and I'm going to clear them with you now. And then I'm sure it's going to be helpful for pretty much everyone else on this call as well, which is why I'm taking the time to do this. So everyone take notes on this, or see how and if it applies to you, and then we'll go into the exercise for today. And something else that Rami is just saying here is that whenever she visualizes money, she gets attacked by a sudden onset of dark, dense emotion. Yeah. Okay, cool. First of all, everyone, whoever that belongs to, whoever that dark, dense energy or voice, point of view or judgment about money belongs to, whether it was someone you knew, someone you didn't know, so whether it was a parent or a grandparent who had that point of view about money, whether it was cultural, whether it was societal, whether it was religious, where you picked up on that money was dark and dense and there was this real judgment of it and around it that was very unconscious with money. When you have such darkness and unconsciousness, it's unconsciousness because it creates a space of no freedom, no lightness, no space, no question, no possibility. So whoever it is that stuck you, compelled you, impelled you, implanted and explanted you with this point of view about money, would you please revoke, recant, rescind, reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy, and uncreate, return it to sender, all of those points of view and everywhere that you've been implanted and explanted with that point of view, please. Okay. Everywhere where you have been scared of money, everywhere you have felt bad about money, everywhere where you feel guilty about money, everywhere where money is something that is completely different to what you think of it and how you perceive it, everywhere where you have completely misidentified and misapplied what money is, what it wants of you, what it needs of you, and how it feels about you, all of your judgments of money and all of the judgments that you think money has of you that it doesn't, would you please destroy and uncreate that, or let it go, return it to sender now? Okay, anywhere in your body right now that you have stuff coming up, anywhere where you're feeling a tightening, if you're feeling nauseous, if you feel a headache coming on, anywhere that you have unconsciousness about money locked into your body or in your exoskeleton or anywhere in your field, internally or externally, would you please look at that area for a minute, recognize it, acknowledge it for what it is. Acknowledge the unconsciousness and the lack of choice that it has created for you in your life to do with money. I'd like you to look at that with a real lack of judgment. And I'd like you to surround that sensation or that part of your body or that judgment or that thought or that implant with love, with light, with gratitude, with compassion. And I'd like you to release it now, please. I'd like you to ask it to leave your body, ask it to leave your field, ask it to leave your environment, ask it to leave your mind, your being, your subconscious mind, all of the conditioning that's gone into creating it, maintaining it, and having it be in existence. Would you please destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, return it to sender? Okay, and lastly, for you in particular, any of the demons, any of the demonic or dark energy that you have employed in any lifetime or that have been employed in any lifetime and used against you to keep you from money or to keep others from money or to keep you in poverty or to keep you impoverished or to keep you from having a healthy, loving, giving and receiving relationship with money. Would you now unemploy those demons? Would you ask them to return to from whence they came, never to return to you, your body, this reality again? Do that as many times as you need to, and ask them to leave now, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Okay. Okay. See if that lightens things up a little bit. It's pretty intense. Okay, everyone, shake it off, shake it off. How are we doing? Is everyone still alive? Is everyone still okay? Alrighty. Yeah, guilt and money, in my point of view, are not two energies that go together. In fact, guilt and anything, in my point of view, are not two energies that should go together. But money and guilt, especially if you're in this group, and especially if you've struggled with money. You know, if you were a billionaire right now and you were just using your money to sit there and do nothing with it while everyone around you right now was struggling, and you had the opportunity and possibility to help in some way, and you didn't want to borrow it, then maybe you could feel a bit of guilt. Or not, I still wouldn't have a point of view about it. But for everyone else, if you're in this group, if you struggle with money, if you're a healer, if you're a practitioner, if you care about people, if you care about the planet, if you feel guilty about having money, it's not true. It's not light. You are the people that, if you had money, would make the world a better place with it, would contribute to more people with it. And it's very important for you to therefore get clear of these points of view and all of this implant and explant and false beliefs, and identify these false beliefs for that very reason. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, so everyone, timeline of life exercise. I'm going to do this with you, but I highly encourage you to either do this again at another time or do it later, because there'll be more layers and more memories that come up, and to spend longer on it if you want to. In case you don't know this about me by now, I'm a big fan of a piece of paper and a pen. So I like to do that. I like to do things in that way. So if you want to write things down on a piece of paper, do that. If you're just happy to do this in your mind mentally, then you can do that. This is the gist of the exercise, okay? First of all, would you please get really clear and comfortable, and don't use your mind too much. This isn't about forcing memories or forcing awareness or cognitizing it. So all of the money work that we're doing this week, it's to identify and clear our subconscious, i.e. our non-cognitive points of view and thoughts, things that we didn't know were there that are blocking us. So the things that you've already thought about, rationalized, and understand quite well are not the things that I want to go back over. I want to go over the things that you never realized you had a memory about or had a point of view about, or that had created your money memory, okay? So how we're going to do this is I'm going to ask you to completely relax, allow all the information that you require, that you desire, and that is asking to be cleared, and that if it was cleared would be a huge contribution to you, your life and your money flows and your business right now, to just make itself known with ease and to be cleared with ease today, okay? Right, so on your piece of paper or in your mind, I'm going to now ask you, when you were in your mother's tummy, when you had been conceived and you were in utero for those 9 months, what are the lies, what are the points of view, and what are the memories about money that you have, that you bought, or that you were implanted and explanted with? You might have something pop into your mind. You might have an energy come up. You might have a thought come up. You might have a memory come up. You might suddenly remember somebody in your family telling you that when you were in your mum's stomach, your parents were struggling financially, really, like it was really dire for them, and they got evicted from their home, or they didn't have somewhere to stay, or your father lost all their money in business, or the whole world was going through a recession and it was really hard. And you can then maybe imagine some of the stuff that you might have picked up on from that moment in time. And what I would like you to do is everything that is, would you please destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, return it to sender now. Awesome. Yeah, you might have an energy, you might have a word pop up like lack or fear or not enough, any of that. Or you might see a visual, you might hear a noise, you might smell a smell, whatever the memory is. If nothing comes up, that's fine. We're going to go through your whole life, so I'm sure something will come up. This is just the first 9 months when you were in utero, and lots of people would struggle to come up with a memory around that one. Okay. So now we're moving on to when you were a baby. So when you were a baby between the ages of 0 and 2, what are the money memories and what are the lies that you were stuck with, that were impelled, imposed, compelled, implanted, or explanted to you, to your by your parents, by your family, by your siblings? Everything that is, everything that brings up, everything that's true and that or wasn't true, and everywhere where you're stuck by that point of view, would you please return it to sender, destroy it, and create it, let it go. When you were a toddler between the ages of 2 to 3, 4, you're walking around, you're in your family home, maybe you have siblings around you, you have your parents, maybe you have extended family, maybe you have grandparents. What are the points of view about money, and what are the lies about money that you bought, that you were told, that you believed, that you were implanted with or explanted with? Would you please write them down or think of them or recognize them now? Would you be willing to destroy that, uncreate it, let it go, return it all to sender now? Okay, now as you start to go to school, you're a child and you go to school, and maybe on the way to school something happens. Maybe you have little school friends, maybe you have your classmates, maybe you have your teacher, maybe you're living with your parents, maybe you're living with extended family, maybe you're living with a single parent, maybe you're growing up in a foster home, maybe there's no one that cares about you, maybe there's memories of you having more than enough or not enough. Maybe money was a reward for good behavior only. Maybe money was something that you were only given on special occasions. Maybe money was something that you always wanted, but there was never enough. Maybe you got told that your family couldn't afford things that you wanted, or that you weren't a good enough little boy or girl and you didn't deserve the things that you wanted. Whatever the memories are and whatever the lies about money that you believed when you were 5, 6, 7 years old, would you please remember it? Ask anywhere in your body where you believed that memory, anywhere where you believed, maybe you guys went to visit your grandparents and you got given sweets. Maybe you didn't get given sweets one day because you misbehaved. Maybe your siblings got rewards and you didn't. Maybe you felt like your brother or your sister got a much better or more expensive Christmas present and it left you feeling unworthy, or you felt like Santa didn't love you as much, or you felt like you didn't deserve, or maybe you got everything you wanted and money came easily to you. Whatever it is, would you please, or anywhere where that's created a polarity, a point of view that has energy stuck to it, whether it's right or wrong or good or bad, would you please destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, return it all to sender now? Because what if you could receive way more than that now? What if you're not 5 or 6 or 7 years old anymore, and you don't have to have others determine your worth or your worthiness or what you deserve or don't deserve? What if money and reward had nothing to do with your behavior? Okay. All right. So now you're a little bit older. You're 10, 11, 12. You're starting to go to middle school or intermediate. You're starting to head towards college. What are your points of view about money? Is there enough of it? Do you have the stuff that all the cool kids have? Do you have what you really yearn for and desire? Or is there not enough money? Or are your grades not good enough so you're not allowed it? Or do you have no freedom? Do you have no pocket money, or do you get given lots of pocket money? Do you have to work really hard for your pocket money? What are the lies about money also that were being perpetrated and told to you, either inadvertently or advertently? Maybe at that time there was a recession in the economy. Maybe in your family at that time there was lots of financial hardship, or maybe your family were doing really well and there was more than enough to go around. What was happening in the environment around you that made you believe something about money that may or may not be true? What did you believe about money that right now, in today's day and world, is definitely not true? Is this when you started to believe that you had to work hard for money? Is this when you had to start getting a job? You had to start thinking about getting a paper run or getting a part-time job after school in order to have some money. Maybe everyone around you had more money than you. Maybe you had no time. Maybe this is where you started to believe that time equals money. Maybe at this age, your parents are always talking to you about how you have to start working hard so that you can get good grades, so you can get a good job, so you can make lots of money. Maybe there is fear of the future. Maybe this is where you start to give up your trust in your ability to create and have money. Is this when you gave your power and ability to be the creator of your life up to something, to an authority that was outside of you, based on what you were told or what you were made to believe, based on the fact that you were told that your success in life would be dependent on your grades or how hard you worked or if you were lucky or not, or whatever that is? Would you please destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, return it to sender? Yeah, friends equal money. That's such a good one. Oh, that's so cool. How many of you have also made massive associations between social status, social gratification, fitting in, having lots of friends, being invited to things, being cool enough, with wealth, with money, with popularity? You needed to have money. You didn't have enough money. If you had all the right things, you were going to have more friends. Maybe your friends wanted to hang out with you, or maybe you felt like you were never cool enough, or maybe you felt this internal struggle between knowing that there was somewhere where you had gotten popularity mixed up with material possessions, with love, with affection, with friendships. Everything that is, everything, yeah, this might be making your head spin. Everything this is bringing up for you, everywhere you took those experiences from being an adolescent and you stored it somewhere in your body, and right now that is being triggered, would you please allow it to gently, calmly, with love and with ease, leave your body? Okay, so now you're 14, 15, 16, 17. We're heading into our teenage years of life. What are the lies about money that you're picking up? What are the fears about money? What are the thoughts about money as you're starting to get ready to go into university, apply to college, need to pay fees, maybe get a proper job, maybe there's who knows what's going on around you? Everything this is, all of the lies, all of the points of view, all of the memories that are coming up from that age. You're 16, 17 years old. What's coming up for you around money? What are you learning about money? What have you been taught about money? What are the lies about money from that age that you still believe today and that make you go back to being a 16 or 17-year-old when you have to deal with your money or finances? Everything that is, everything this brings up, everything this lets down. Maybe you wanted a really cool birthday party. Maybe you got given a really lavish 18th birthday party. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you wanted to go away on your first holiday at that age. Maybe you wanted to go on a trip with friends. Everything that's coming up, all of the associations with money, everything, everywhere where money became hard or was easy or was difficult or was distracting at that age, everything that is, would you destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, return it to sender? Had a baby. Maybe you had a baby at that age. Yeah. What are the points of view you had about money? when you're a young mum, a single mum, a supported mum, an unsupported mum, a married mum, an unmarried mum? What are the points of view you had about money? What were the emotions in your body about money? Maybe you wanted independence at that age, and you felt like life was too comfortable and you wanted to go out on your own and have your own experiences, and you didn't want your family's money. Or maybe you wanted to be given money for doing nothing, and you wanted your family to support you no matter what. Everything it's bringing up, everything it's leading down, everywhere where you had forgotten about this, or you didn't want to think about it, or you did want to think about it, would you please destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, return it to sender, ask all of those lies to make themselves known, come up and release from your body, from your memory, from your mind. Okay, early 20s, where are you? Are you at university? Are you in your job? Are you getting married? Are you going on an OE? Are you traveling the world? Do you have lots of friends? Do you have no friends? Are you a poor student? Are you saving up money to go to the pub and have a drink? Are you working hard to save up for your first house? What are you doing right now with money? What do you believe about money? What is the government telling you about money at this time? Are you applying for loans or opening bank accounts or having credit cards? What is your relationship with money and your relationship with debt? What is your creation of money like? What is your job situation like? What are your points of view about financial security? What are you buying from your peers, from your colleagues, from your parents, from your teachers, from your professors, from your lecturers at this age? Everything that is, all of the points of view, would you please ask them to come up and make themselves known to you? And anywhere where anyone did or said anything that stuck you or stuck with you or left a lasting impression or memory with you, would you please destroy it, uncreate it, let it go, and return it to sender now? Okay, where are we up to? Mid-20s, heading into the early 30s. Are you getting married? Are you in a long-term relationship? Are you getting divorced? Are you breaking up? Are you starting a business? Have you just graduated with a degree? Do you have a massive student loan? What's going on? What's the government telling you about money? What's society telling you about money? What is your culture telling you about money? What are your points of view about money at this age? How easy was it to make money back then? How easy is it to make money for you now at that age? How hard is it to make money at that age? How hard is it for you to make money now at this age? Everything that is, everywhere where you've been stuck by a situation, a person, a thought, or a lie that occurred around that age. Yeah, everywhere where your family gave you money, but they advised you to spend it wisely. Everywhere you had to work hard to make money. Everywhere where you got told all these things like money doesn't grow on trees, or you have to be prudent, or you have to save, or you have to create savings, or you have no savings, or you're right with money, you're wrong about money, you're good with money, you're bad with money, you're in judgment of money. You got married and came into a richer family, but it cringed you from within. Everywhere where you started cringing, everywhere where you created polarity because you decided that you wanted to be a fighter for social justice or social causes, or you wanted to help the needy, or that life was unfair and the world was unfair and we should be more caring and spread money around more, or that you needed to receive more money and life was unfair because you never got enough and you always missed out. Anywhere where you decided to take a stand or create a judgment or a polarized point of view about anything to do with money at this time of your life, would you please ask that to come up and destroy it and create it, let it go, return it to sender? All of you that have weddings and marriages that occurred where a lot of money was spent and you feel like that was a waste of money because that marriage didn't last, or you broke up, or that person was a horrible man or a horrible woman and took all of your money, and everywhere where that is still something that is sitting in you, stinging in you, everywhere where you still feel like that was a waste of money, All of the gold that you were given or not given, everywhere where you were careless with the money, everywhere where you made a bad life choice or a bad decision where you lost a whole lot of money in marriage or in divorce or in an investment or in your first home, and then the home went down in value, or you had to sell it because you lost your job. Whatever that is, where you feel like you did yourself a disservice and you lost money and you lost value and you're suffering because of that, would you please destroy and uncreate all of those lies, all of those points of view, all of those projections about you, at you, from you, that you have been stuck with since then and are still sticking you? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. Guys, whatever happened allowed you to be here today. Whatever happened back then, no matter how bad it was, no matter how shitty of a choice it was, would you please give up your blame, shame, regret, guilt, anger, frustration, humiliation, hurt, everything that is, and everywhere where it still sticks you, and everywhere where you have regret that takes you out of the present and out of your power and out of your potency into regretting a past action. Would you please look at how that does not serve you? And would you be willing to let that go now? Anywhere where that's in your body, around your heart, in your chest, in your stomach, in your head, in your mind, allow that to just come up, bubble over, and just leave your body, leave your mind, leave your memory. It doesn't change what happened, but we can change our polarity. We can change our stuck energy and our point of view about what happened, which is what gives us freedom. And we want freedom because when we're free from points of view and judgment, then we can create anything, because that's when we have true power, true potency, true presence. When you think about money and your body physiology and mind and memory instantly go back to your regrets about money and to your polarized points of view about money, you've just lost your power, because we have the most power in our present moment when we are present, when we are potent, when we are aware, when we're willing to look at what is and what's required and make a choice from there, rather than go into an automated reaction or response that is predetermined from a past moment in time. That is why we do this pod and POC thing, point of creation, point of destruction. We are wanting to destroy and uncreate everything that went into creating that and then sticking us with that energy at that point in time. Okay? Yeah, all of you that are having massive body things happen right now, first of all, would you please expand? Allow it to dissipate with as much ease as possible. Anything that your body would like to get rid of or let go of right now might be in your throat, might be in your chest, might be in your stomach. You might need to go to the bathroom right now and be sick. That's okay. I apologize, but it'll be good to get it out of your system, okay? Or you might need to just go lie down, have some water, have some sugar, have some salt, give your body whatever it's asking for as it dissipates and releases all of the stuff it's been holding on to for years, okay? All right. Now, we got up to about mid-30s. This is where I would ask you to continue and do this exercise through your mid-30s. Having children, sending your children to school, sending your children off to college, getting into your 40s, getting into your 50s, getting divorced, having a golden anniversary or whatever it is, people dying, your parents dying, inheriting money, fighting with people about money, all of the things that have happened to you up to whatever age is appropriate, 50, 60, 70, 80, all of the points of view that you have bought from your parents as you saw them fighting about money, dying, leaving money to people, not leaving money to people, everywhere where you didn't get what you deserved or you did get what you deserved, or all of these things. This is how you go through and you continue to do this process for however old you are. And if you did this process again a couple of times, you would uncover potentially more memories that can then come up. Things that you might not even realize. This is the thing that happens. If we knew the things that were sticking us, then we would know how that's what the problem was, and we would unstick it. So sometimes when we're little or we have an experience at any age in our life, we don't realize the lesson or the point of view or the belief that we take from that. So the reason we do an exercise like this is, looking back on it, it might not seem like a big deal that your sibling was always favored or always got given the favorite color lollipop or whatever it is. But at that moment in time, it mattered to you, and it created a point of view or a judgment or a feeling that stuck with you as the subconscious memory and still gets triggered today. And so each time we do an exercise like this, you uncover something that puts you into a polarized point of view, and you can clear it so that then you can look back and be like, oh yeah, that was, now it doesn't bother me at all. Like I can, I was just a kid, and my brother always got my favorite color lollipop, and I always had to have the yucky one that I didn't like because he was always favored. But as a 5-year-old, that really matters, and it creates a whole set of beliefs around self-worth and deserving and worthy and favoritism and getting what you want with ease or never getting what you want and all of these things, all right? And so that is why we do this work, and this is why we do exercises like this. So that is the exercise for today, guys. This is a major, it's a biggie. So please be kind to yourself. Please allow your body to shift and morph and release and change over the next few hours or even the next day or two. Be kind to yourself, allow memories to come up. You might suddenly find yourself thinking about memories or remembering memories from any age, or going back and remembering stuff about your divorce or your first boyfriend or your last boyfriend or whatever it is, the first time you had a pet or lost a pet, whatever lesson or memory you might have, things might start to come up. Just allow them to come up, observe them, have gratitude for it, receive whatever you can from it, and then let it go. Okay, and then we will continue tomorrow. Now, post your points of view, post your stories or memories or what comes up for you, or how you're going with creating your money and how you're actualizing money from places you never expected, and whatever else you would like to share. This is why this Facebook group is here. This is why the WhatsApp group is here. Be encouraging, please. Be kind, be inspired and inspiring with our comments. This is a safe group. It's a supportive group. Also, anything that gets written or posted in this group is confidential. I would ask you to honor that. So if you do know other people in this group and they post or ask about something, please be honoring and kind of it and leave that in this group. That's it from me today. I'm so grateful for you guys, not only presence, but also energy and your questions and your comments. This is really great stuff. What I'm going to do is, because we've been going for quite a while, I'm going to finish up here. I'm going to post some information about the business upgrade program that I mentioned yesterday into the group so you guys can check it out, because that stuff's ready to go. We start off on a 3-month business program next month. And then if you guys have questions about that over the coming days, I'll answer it. Remember, one of the things that we're doing in this group is, over the 5-day challenge, everyone that participates goes into the opportunity to win a scholarship to that program that starts next month. This is for people who are starting businesses or need to create a shift or a change in a business, or create new foundations for their business, get their business online. This program will go through all of those steps and help you work on the mindset, like all of the stuff we're doing right now, plus the practical, actionable steps that you need to do to create a business in this reality and for all realities right now. Okay, thank you guys so much. You are so powerful, and if I can leave you with anything, it would be this: be potent, be present, be in your power with money. Remember your figures and stay connected to that energy of money, and talk to that currency that we talked about and talked to yesterday in the money whispering exercise, and expect to see that money show up. Make room for that money to show up. Do your MMAs, do your money making activities that will allow money to come to you with ease. Okay. Thank you guys. You have been fantastic as always. Sending you a lot of love, and I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Take care.